Page 51. Speeding up. Sometimes you can keep from crashing by speeding up. This will work if another car is about to hit you from the side or from behind. If there's room in front of you, speed up. Be sure to slow down once the danger is gone. Crashes. If you have a crash, stop your car. Call 911 for help. Give help to anyone who is hurt, but don't move them. If your car can be moved, get it off the road so it does not block traffic or cause another crash. Get the names and addresses of everyone involved in the crash, and also any witnesses. Give your name, address, and driver's license number to other drivers in the crash and to the police. Reporting a crash. Crashes must be reported to the police if you hit a parked car. Leave a note with your name and address on the car. There was a death or injury. You must report your crash to the police. There was $200 in damage to government property, signs, guardrails, etc. There was $1,000 or more damage to any one person's car or property. If a police officer investigates the crash, he or she will fill out the crash report. If the police do not investigate the crash, you will need to fill out a report yourself. You can get a form from the DMV website or at a police station. Page 52. Drugs and alcohol. Using drugs or alcohol before you drive affects how well you drive. You may not be able to react in time to avoid a crash. Your driving performance will be impaired. Some important things to remember about driving while using drugs or alcohol. Drinking and driving results in many traffic crashes each year. In about half of Wisconsin car deaths, the driver was drinking. Driving after any drinking can be dangerous. Drugs and alcohol should never be used at the same time. Using drugs can lead to a crash. Even drugs that your doctor tells you to take can affect how well you drive. You can be arrested for using drugs. Using marijuana can affect how well you drive. You will make more mistakes. Drunk drivers are arrested. When the alcohol level in your blood reaches 0.08%, you are legally drunk. At that point, it is not legal to drive. In some cases, it is illegal to have any alcohol and drive. Drivers under age 21 can be arrested for driving with any amount of alcohol in their body. Their alcohol level must be 0.00%. If you have been drinking or have taken drugs, here is what you should do. Don't drive. Take a cab or call someone to pick you up or. Page 53. Lock your car and give the keys to a friend. Find a ride home with someone else. Come back to get your car when you are sober. Coffee will not help you sober up. Neither will fresh air. The only thing that will help you sober up is time. You should not drive until you are sober. If you are driving and you are stopped, the police officer may ask you to give a sample of your breath. This will be used to test your alcohol level. Wisconsin's implied consent law says if a police officer asks you to take an alcohol test, you must do so. If you refuse to take this test or any other test for alcohol, you will lose your license for at least 1 year. If you are arrested when you have been using drugs or drinking alcohol and driving, you will get fined. You will lose your license. You will be required to talk to someone at an alcohol and drug center. You could go to jail. Page 55. Review. Sample test questions. The following statements are true. Study them to help you pass the knowledge test and get your learner's permit. 1. A yellow unbroken line on the right-hand side of the center line means a no passing zone. 2. When parking on a hill with a curb, your front wheels should be turned as follows. Downhill, towards the curb. Uphill, away from the curb. 3. When your car starts to skid, ease off the gas pedal. Don't apply the brakes. Turn the front wheels in the direction of the skid. When the skid stops, turn the wheels back the other way. Please refer to the drawing on page 55. In the drawing, the back of the car is skidding in the direction shown by the yellow arrow. 4. When two vehicles approach an intersection without traffic signs at about the same time, the driver on the left must yield the right-of-way to the driver on the right. 5. When preparing for a right turn, signal for at least 100 feet. Check traffic to the rear and drive in the right-hand lane. Page 56. 6. It is unlawful to park closer than 15 feet to a crosswalk, closer than 2 feet to the bumper of another parked car, closer than 10 feet to a fire hydrant, in an alley in a business district, in front of a fire station, within 4 feet of the entrance to an alley or private driveway, in any area reserved for disabled parking, unless you are disabled, in front of a school from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on school days. 7. The speed limit in a school zone, when children or a crossing guard is present, is 15 miles per hour, unless signs say otherwise. 8. A left turn from a one-way street to a one-way street should be made from the far left lane. Please refer to the drawing on page 56. Page 57. 9. A left turn from a two-way street onto a one-way street should be made to the far left lane. Please refer to the drawing on page 57. 10. The speed limit in a residential district in a city is 25 miles per hour, unless another speed limit is posted. 11. Headlights must be turned on during the hours of darkness, from half an hour after sunset to half an hour before sunrise. Any time weather conditions make it hard to see when part of a funeral line. 12. When you hear the siren of an emergency vehicle, you should pull over to the right and stop. 13. Passing on the right is permitted only when the roadway is wide enough for two cars to move legally in the same direction, when the car ahead is making a left turn, providing you remain on the paved part of the highway. Page 59. Practice signs test. Please refer to the signs on page 59. Match the signs with what they mean. A. Do not enter. B. No left turn. C. No passing zone. D. Right lane ends. E. School zone, school crossing. F. Merging traffic. G. Two-way traffic. H. Divided highway ahead. I. Pedestrian crossing.